my name is Taylor Rudow, and I'm applying to be an overnight programs coordinator at the Phoenix Zoo. All right, my fellow coworkers, we have a group of awesome kids coming in today, and so before we go out and meet them, I just want to go over what our goals are for the camp. We have these kids overnight for roughly 13 hours. Half of that will be spent sleeping, so for about 6 hours, our job is to turn them from the kids that they are coming in into naturalists, into people who love the environment. Lots of these kids are here either for a school trip, they're here for a friend's birthday party. Lots of them haven't been to the zoo, or if they have, they haven't experienced it the way that they're going to experience it tonight. So above all else, our goal is to wow them, to make them be totally in awe of nature. And we're going to do that using our 3 E's of education. The first E, as you all know, is examples. What this means is that every time we tell them something, we want to link it either to an animal at the zoo that they can see, or to something in their own life. Mitch, how's one way that you're going to do that today?
I would probably say comparing the similarities between the flamingos mating rituals as well as the humans mating rituals.
That's an awesome example. What about you, Haley? How are you going to do that tonight?
Well, because the zoo is an overnight zoo, it has a nocturnal exhibit, so we're going to learn about the adaptations and also go and see the animals.
Perfect. All right, our second E, as you guys know, is experience. Experiential learning is a huge thing that most students don't get in the classroom. It's when you're able to fully immerse yourself into a certain environment and experience it in a really new way. So we're going to try to get them as much hands-on experience and as much active learning experience as possible tonight. So, Kelsey, what's one way that you're going to do that tonight?
I think one of the coolest things that they get to do is that instead of being at the zoo and watching people feed the animals, they get to actually prep the food and then go feed the animals themselves.
Great example. Mitchell, do you have one?
Well, I really want to get kids to get in the eyes and really see the point of view of the different animals. Because once you get to see their point of view and see how they see life, people are really able to connect to that and potentially make a change.
Awesome, that's a great example. And as you guys know, our third E is enthusiasm. So what that means is tonight, no matter how rambunctious the kids are being, no matter how many things go wrong with the food or the activities, I need you guys to be excited about what you're teaching about. You're all here because you love animals and you love nature, and you're going to use your enthusiasm to get that across to the kids. Because if you're enthusiastic, they'll have to be enthusiastic. All right, we ready to go?
Let's go!
All right, before we go, we're going to take 5 more minutes and we're going to do a quick bonding activity, because even if we're with different groups of kids, even if we're running different activities throughout the night, we are going to be a team. So how we're going to do that is I'm going to give you each a piece of paper on which you're going to write the name of some sort of ecosystem. We're all going to have a different colored pen. So once you write the name of your ecosystem, you're going to draw an animal that's found in that ecosystem. Once you draw the animal, you're going to pass the paper to the person on your left, and using their pen, they're going to add another animal, and we're going to keep linking them on all 4 ecosystems until we have 4 complete ecosystems that we all made together.
Nice.
All right,
I like this.
Let's get to it. So after our bonding activity, we had 4 complete ecosystems, each of us adding to the ecosystem to make it one complete unit. This was a good bonding experience because it taught us new things about some of the animals. Lots of us didn't know some of the animals that were in the ecosystem, and it also forced us to work together. So my ecosystem was the ocean, my pen color was blue, and one of the interactions we got was that the jellyfish is an opportunistic feeder that eats on the plankton.
My name is Mitch Boyd. I was the purple pen here, and I had the coral reef. One of the interactions that we had is that the eel takes shelter in the brain coral.
So I had the tropical rainforest and my pen color was green, and we actually had a double chain because we had the sun giving energy to the photosynthesizer, which then gives protection to the poison dart frog.
I had the savannah and my pen color was red. So one of the interactions that we have is the lion eats the gazelle for food.
So if I was running a night event at the Phoenix Zoo, I would have the entire night themed. Right now, the Phoenix Zoo has 2 specific night event themes. However, I think it would be fun to have a few more so the employees stay involved, and if kids come for multiple opportunities, they have the chance to see multiple night event activities. And while some of the activities would be the same, it would allow them to do different themes throughout the night. So the theme I would like to present is the Earn Your Stripes theme that would be appropriate for 4th graders. When the students arrive at the set, they would be given a blank white t-shirt to wear throughout the night. These t-shirts, when ordered in bulk, can be ordered for about $7 a person, so it wouldn't be too expensive for the zoo. The students would put on that white shirt, and throughout the night, they would be on an obstacle course relay in which they would get a clue about an animal at the zoo. Once they figure out the clue, they would go to that animal's exhibit, and at that exhibit, they would have to do some sort of activity. For every activity they complete, the instructor that's with them would have a big fabric marker and would actually mark stripes on their shirt. So by the end of the night, they'll look like very colorful, enthusiastic zebras. The goal of the night, therefore, would be for the students to earn every single stripe from every single activity. So these three will now be three of my fourth graders. They're going to read their first clue, and we're going to pretend like we're going to the exhibit of that animal. Once we get to the exhibit of the animal, they will do one of the activities that I would have for this night event. So, Mitchell, would you like to read your first clue?
Absolutely. These animals are great at birth and are found in wetlands around the earth. On one leg with heads held tall, these pink birds are friends to all.
What animal is it, guys?
Is it the flamingo?
Great! Let's go to the flamingo exhibit. Alright guys, so as you can see, we have our flamingos over here. So, flamingos are really cool because they have a really unique way of attracting the opposite sex. So if you guys have a crush on someone, or if, you know, a person has a crush on someone, what are some ways that they tell their crush that they like them?
They punch them.
Okay, we try not to punch, but yes, some guys will sometimes punch a girl if they like them. What are some other ways, maybe that you see in the movies?
They write little notes to each other.
Yeah, that's a great example.
They kiss each other.
Yeah, that usually comes later though. Sometimes the guy might like give the girl flowers, or you know, ask her to go on a date. Well, male flamingos do something totally different. They actually all get together when one guy has a crush, and they do a synchronized mating dance together. So, for this activity, we are going to pretend like we are male flamingos, and we are going to do a mating dance for our female flamingos over there. So, here's how it works. In order for you to earn your stripe, all of you have to do your best mating dance possible. We are going to look funny, it is going to be goofy, and you guys are totally allowed to laugh, but our job is to woo our female flamingos.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to stand right here, and you guys are going to copy what I do, alright? First, we're going to turn our back to the female flamingos, and we're going to look over our shoulder, whip our head around, and look over. Do that a few times. Then we're going to do our feather show off. So we're going to open our feathers and close them. And do some spirit fingers. Close them. Okay, ready? And now do those two moves together. Look and feathers. Nice. Now the second part of their dance, we're going to face the females. We're going to have our chest out, our wings back like this, our heads up, and we're going to look back and forth while walking towards the females. Ready? Everyone go. Back and forth. Woo! Good job, guys! You were successfully male flamingos, at which point I would give you all a stripe, and we would get our next clue and move on to our next activity.
Nice.
So that's an example of what I would do if you hired me at the Phoenix Zoo. Thank you so much for your consideration, and I look forward to talking to you further.